Hey everybody, HomeSliceHenry here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at a brand new charge move in the world of Pokemon Go, LEAFAGE on Dartrix. Dartrix is the middle evolution of the Rowlet family, and it's a grass and flying type Pokemon with the moveset of LEAFAGE, Seed Bomb, and of course, the nuke move of Brave Bird. Now, LEAFAGE is a grass type clone of the fast move Bullet Punch, which means at long last Dartrix finally has a fast move that can generate energy fairly quickly compared to Razor Leaf. So without further ado, let's hop into the matches and check out LEAFAGE Dartrix in action in the Summer Cup. Hopping into the first match, picking up a tough lead for Dartrix into Pidgeot. I save switch into Alolan Graveler, and my opponent responds with Vigoroth. The goal of the Alolan Graveler save switch is going to be to bait out the Vigoroth, as Graveler can always guarantee switch advantage or shield advantage from the Vigoroth. Vigoroth is going to fire off a charge move. I'm going to no shield here. It is just a body slam. I can't quite make the Stone Edge, but the Rock Blast will still deal some nice chip damage. My opponent double shields the Vigoroth. You absolutely love to see it. And now I'm going to send in Dartrix. My goal is to hopefully farm this down and leave with a ton of energy so I can Brave Bird the Pidgeot. Dartrix continuing to farm. Vigoroth makes it to another body slam. Dartrix does have some pretty decent bulk, able to withstand the damage. Opponent gives up switch, so they clearly have a secondary counter to Dartrix lurking in the back. They're going to fire off the Feather Dance with the Pidgeot. Munchlax is going to no shield, but unfortunately, with Feather Dance comes a 2-stage drop in my attack. I fire off the Body Slam, it's debuffed, Pidgeot able to tank that, no problem. My guess is they're probably going to start full sending Brave Birds, so I will commit the shield here, and I do guess correctly as they go for the Brave Bird. I don't really want them to make it to another move, so I will go for the Body Slam just to get rid of them. Body Slam is going to KO. Back in comes Vigoroth. I'm firing off the Body Slam. Unfortunately, I am still debuffed here. This will not KO. In comes the Dartrix. Dartrix not quite able to farm down. Vigoroth makes the Body Slam. I burn the final shield. Dartrix gets the farm down. In the back, it's an Obama Snow, and it's all over for the opponent. Brave Bird one-shots Obama Snow, and that is a good game. The tough leads continue in the next match, Dartrix into Crustle. My opponent is running Smackdown, so I'm forced to switch out into Alolan Graveler. My opponent farms up a ton of energy and then sends in Dubwool. So the good news is I was able to bait out the Pseudo Fighter, and my opponent gave me a massive energy head start. So I'm going to be able to make it to another charge move and pressure a shield here from my opponent. Rock Blast will be shielded. My opponent will have to throw as my Graveler was approaching another Rock Blast. They can just go straight Body Slam here. That will be enough to KO, but now I can send in the Dartrix, fully commit to the LEAFAGE farm down, and hopefully leave with enough energy for a Brave Bird. This Brave Bird will hit for neutral damage on the Crustle. Unfortunately, with 1 HP remaining, the Dubwool hangs on and makes the Body Slam. I'm going to be Brave Birding whatever my opponent sends in here. In comes the Crustle. Do they know? I don't think they know. Brave Bird one-shots the Crustle in the back. It's a Bubble Jellicent. But unfortunately, I am actually running Tackle on Munchlax. Tackle a lot better into other normal types, but a lot worse into Jellicent. I'm going to fire off the Bulldoze. I just need to get some chip damage, and I should still be in an okay spot here. I land the Bulldoze, and now this is hopefully in a range where I can get rid of it with Dartrix. I'm just going for the double resisted Body Slam here, getting whatever damage I can. Opponent lost count of energy. They shield a Body Slam, and we are in a commanding position in this game. They go for the Surf. I'm farming up. Opponent fires off another charge move, and I can finish the game with Dartrix. Surf will KO. In comes Dartrix. Dartrix farming up, making it to the Seed Bomb, and despite a bad lead, we're going to get the 2-shield flex. Seed Bomb KOs. And that is a good game. The bad leads are seemingly inescapable as we lead Dartrix into Dugong. I save switch into Alolan Graveler. My opponent is going to respond with a Venusaur. That is not what I was hoping to see here. Venusaur does quite well into Graveler, but I'm able to land the Stone Edge, and suddenly things are looking a lot better, as that Venusaur is now deep into the red. Venusaur fires off the Frenzy Plant. I farm up, and I'm going for the Rock Blast. This will be lethal. Opponent has a decision to make. Are they willing to use a shield? Yes, they are. Venusaur firing off a charge move here, and I'm actually going to let this go, because even though the LEAFAGE is double resisted, I should be able to LEAFAGE farm down and hopefully leave with energy to take on the Dugong. Dartrix farming up, making it to the Brave Bird. Brave Bird rocks the Dugong, but unfortunately it ended up being a CMP tie. I lagged by one turn there. That should not have been a CMP tie, but unfortunately it was, and that's going to cost me a shield. In the back, my opponent is running Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff, of course, did recently get access to Disarming Voice, so they now have a cheaper option when it comes to charge moves. I'm able to make it to the double body slam here. My opponent is going to have to start shielding, and they do use that final shield. Opponent is going to have to throw here. Munchlax, unfortunately, not going to be surviving Disarming Voice here. The question is, can I get the Leafage farm down? Dartrix looking for the farm down and gets the farm down. In comes Dugong, and Dartrix just can't stop winning against bad leads. Seed Bomb KOs the Dugong and gets the win. Another game, another bad lead, leading Dartrix into Trash Wormadam. Immediate save switch into a Lowland Graveler. My opponent is not switching out, which is honestly good news for me, as this is where I'd much rather see the Wormadam. Wormadam is going to fire off the Bug Buzz. I commit the shield, and unfortunately, my defense does get dropped by the Bug Buzz. I'm baiting with the Rock Blast here. Rock Blast is going to be shielded, farming up, going for the Stone Edge, and this is going to do a lot of damage if it connects. Stone Edge, big damage, and I'm able to get the farm down. I'm very low HP. In comes an Ariados, looking to try and farm down, but I will be able to make it to the Rock Blast. That gets shielded by my opponent, and now I'm just going to send in the Munchlax. Munchlax, at the very least, is only taking neutral here. My opponent goes for the lunge, and of course, that will lower my attack. Munchlax farming up, and just able to outpace the Ariados to the next lunge. Getting this body slam off before I'm debuffed again is quite nice. I continue to farm up with the Munchlax. I still don't know what my opponent has in the bag, but my opponent does know my entire team. Farming up, going for the body slam, and my opponent makes a nice catch onto Pelipper. That is a debuffed body slam. That's not going to do a lot. In comes Dartrix. Dartrix farming up. My opponent worried about a Seed Bomb, and they did not build up to the Hurricane. So I can no shield there. And again, Dartrix has some pretty nice bulk to it. So they can go for multiple resisted Weather Balls. It's not going to matter. I can tank that. Now I can just build up to the back-to-back Seed Bombs. First one is going to be taking care of the Pelipper. And what's begun to be a theme so far in this video is losing leads, but winning anyway. They go for the Cross Poison. Dartrix makes it to the Brave Bird. This is probably overkill, but who cares? Down goes the Ariados, and that's game over. Picking up a fairly neutral lead in the next match, Dartrix into Ampharos. I'm going to throw one Leafage and then still save switch into the Graveler to check and see if my opponent has a counter user, and they do, as Vigoroth enters the field. They're just going straight for the Body Slam here. Body Slam, of course, is going to be resisted, but after that, they can pretty comfortably farm down. Here, I thought about going for the Stone Edge. I believe I end up going for the double Rock Blast because I just wanted to get a shield plus some chip damage onto the Vigoroth. So I'm firing off a Rock Blast. My opponent is going to no shield and get the counter down, but now I can send back in the Dartrix to hopefully absorb the energy from the Vigoroth. Vigoroth is going to be firing off Body Slam after Body Slam here, but again, the nice thing is I can tank two Body Slams pretty comfortably, and I am going to be single resisting the counters. They're firing off another Body Slam. The question is, can I get the farm down with Leafage? Farming up with Dartrix, and I just can't get the farm down, so instead I end up catching onto Munchlax. Munchlax will absorb that Body Slam. Opponent is going to switch back into the Ampharos. Ampharos firing off a charge move, and I've saved my shields up till now, but I'm running out of HP, so I have to start shielding something. So I decide to use both shields on the Munchlax, since I'm very low HP on the Dartrix. I'm going to be firing off the Body Slam. Body Slam is not going to be lethal, but it will get them low. Can we get the tackle down? Munchlax does get the tackle down. That's big. In the back, my opponent has Unova Stunfisk, and I'm not baiting. Going straight for the Bulldoze here. Bulldoze is going to connect. Aggressive switch into the Dartrix. Dartrix going for the Seed Bomb. I have the back-to-back loaded. First one gets the shield. Second one is going to win CMP over the Stunfisk. Seed Bomb gets them low. They are able to hang on, and this is going to be lethal. So this is going to be very, very close in this endgame. Back in comes the Munchlax. Munchlax trying to make it to the Body Slam, but I just get outpaced. The question is, will a Discharge be lethal here? Discharge connects. I go for the Body Slam, but I get sniped with a Vigoroth, and that's a good game. Tough lead again in the next match, Dartrix into Miltank. Miltank is often running Ice Beam, so I'm going to farm up and switch into the Alolan Graveler, and timing it as I did, I'm able to get a Volt Switch through while I catch the Ice Beam. My opponent is now going to respond with a Swampert. Swampert choosing not to go for the farm down, interestingly enough, they're just going for the Hydro Cannon right away. That works for me, as all I see with a Swampert on the field is just free energy for Dartrix. I can now send in Dartrix, commit to the Leafage farm down, opponent going for the Hydro Cannon here, but Hydro Cannon, not really something that I have to worry about. Hydro Cannon is not going to do a lot. I'm going to leave at 100 energy here. In comes the Miltank, and I'm going for the Brave Bird. This is going to hurt. Brave Bird into the Miltank, does get shielded. I'm going to send in Munchlax, and in the back is Obstagoon. And my opponent fully has me countered. I have 2 shields remaining. I use the first here as Obstagoon goes for the Night Slash. I'm farming up with Miltank, going for the Body Slam. Body Slam is going to get some nice chip damage here. That's going to connect. Opponent firing off another charge move with the Obstagoon. Tough call to make. I'm going to let this through since it looks like they do not have Cross Chop. And I'm going for Body Slam number 2 here. This is going to be getting them quite low. The question is, can I tackle down? Yes, I can. Back in comes the Miltank. I'm firing off the Body Slam. Body Slam is going to be no-shielded by my opponent because they know Brave Bird would do more. I send in Dartrix, and I'm firing off the Seed Bomb. Seed Bomb is going to be shielded by the Miltank. Miltank has so much energy here, I have to call a bait. I no-shield. They Body Slam. Wait, is this actually winnable? They're going for another Body Slam. Can Dartrix make it to the Seed Bomb here? Body Slam gets shielded. Dartrix makes it to the Seed Bomb, withstanding the rollout damage. Triple counter, but it does not matter. Dartrix wins again. We see a familiar lead in the next match, Dartrix into Dugong. This is a tough lead. I'm going to save switch into a Alolan Graveler, and my opponent is going to respond with a Meganium. Meganium going to be met with the Stone Edge from the Graveler. Stone Edge not going to be enough to threaten a shield from the bulky Meganium. But the nice thing about Meganium for this team is that Meganium has absolutely nothing it can do against flying types. So now I can just send in Dartrix, and I'm going to commit to the incredibly aggressive Leafage farm down. They can go for the Frenzy Plant here. It's going to be double resisted, so it's not going to be doing a lot of damage. I don't think I've ever seen Frenzy Plant do that little damage. They make it to another Frenzy Plant, but again, I'm just not going to shield with Dartrix. Frenzy Plant is going to connect. I leave with so much energy. They have Knocked Owl. I am full sending the Brave Bird here. Brave Bird into the Knocked Owl. Big damage. In comes Munchlax. Munchlax farming up. Opponent sends in Dugong, and I'm going to fire off the Body Slam before my opponent makes it to the Icy Wind. Body Slam will be shielded. My opponent, knowing that they want to debuff my attack before they tank moves, Icy Wind is going to connect. I'm farming up with the Munchlax. Dugong is extremely bulky. I'm going for the Body Slam again just before they make it to their next charge move. Body Slam will be no shield. That does not do a lot of damage. Opponent firing off another charge move, and we will see a shield from the Munchlax. They're just going straight Icy Wind, debuffing the Munchlax more and more and more. The question will be, can I somehow switch into the Dartrix and potentially snipe them? They're firing off another charge move here. You know what? I'm going to trust in the Dartrix. Icy Wind, barely not enough to KO. Dartrix gets the farm down. In comes the Knocked Owl, and I'm going for the Seed Bomb. Can I make it to the double Seed Bomb, or can the Munchlax make a Body Slam? I fall short of the Seed Bomb. In comes the Munchlax, and we fall just short of the Body Slam. We see Dugong lead again in the next match. As before, save switch into Graveler. Opponent sends in a Marowak. They're triple weak to rock, and they concede the match. Hopping into the final match, we see Dartrix into Tropius. They are running Air Slash, so I will save switch into my Graveler. Opponent firing off a Leaf Blade that would hit for super effective damage, so I will commit the shield. Opponent continuing to farm up with the Tropius. In comes Munchlax, and my opponent is running a Lick Munchlax. I fire off the Stone Edge. That does a lot of damage. Farming up with the Graveler, and now going for the Rock Blast. Rock Blast is going to be getting them quite low. Munchlax commits the shield. Graveler farming up, going for the Rock Blast, and it looked like that was a CMP tie. Rock Blast is going to get the shield. I've now gotten both shields from my opponent. I decided to commit the shield here because I want to try and make a play for switch advantage. I need to free up the Dartrix, so the Dartrix is not going to be stuck going up against that Tropius. I'm going to fire off the Rock Blast. Down goes the Munchlax. In comes the Tropius. Tropius will go for the Leaf Blade. to deny the opportunity to land a charge move. Leaf Blade is going to KO. I can now send in the Munchlax. Munchlax farming up energy. In the back is Dugong, and this is going to be tough. I have to wait for my opponent to throw their energy, and then once they do, I should be able to switch in with the Dartrix and make it to the Seed Bomb. I'm firing off another Body Slam here. Body Slam is going to connect onto the Dugong. Dugong goes for the Icy Wind. Here's the thing. They're 12 turns off their move. I'm 12 turns off mine. I switch into the Dartrix, but the game gives me the 1-turn swap, and I end up getting outpaced. That is absolutely heartbreaking there, as now I am not able to get rid of the Dugong with the Dartrix. I can leave with the move on Munchlax, but Tropius has the charge move loaded. Leaf Blade plus an Air Slash takes out the Munchlax. All in all, Leafage is a terrific upgrade for Dartrix. Dartrix was previously stuck with Razor Leaf, which of course has nice fast move pressure, but generates energy extremely slowly. So having Leafage, being able to get to charge moves faster, is an absolute plus for Dartrix. And Dartrix definitely has a nice role in the Summer Cup meta. As you saw, I lost a ton of leads with this team, but due to Dartrix's flexibility, having access to Brave Bird, I was able to come back from a lot of those lost leads and end up winning the game. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And a special thank you as always to our members here on YouTube. The support you guys provide is absolutely incredible. So thank you guys oh so very much. And until next time, I've been HomeSliceHenry.